Hi, I just wanted to share a little bit about how I used AI for this project because many times, we're asking you to reflect on AI use and you might be wondering, well, how is it used or how does the instructor use it? So, what I have here is, of course, the assessment for you. But right here, I have what I wrote kind of by myself. Um, when thinking about how to create the assessment for you. I knew it was a reflective assessment. This is kind of like my overview, my problem. I just put some brief comments in here, the process that I want. I had a sample, but I actually found more samples. Um, so then what I did is I took all this, I copied and pasted it. And then I went into ChatGPT because that's what I use. And I'm going to show you a little bit about what I did. Let me think. Here it is. It's this one. Okay. All right. This is all the one assessment. Like, that's what I want you to see. Like, that's all my back and forth. So here I said project. Here it is. Problem, process, and what I want. And then I said, why doesn't it say that? It doesn't say, hold on. So you see, here's what I started with. Project, reflective assessment. Please create a project page for the student and pull out from this skeletal outline for the project. Project reflective assessment. Now, so you might be wondering, I don't say anything about tone. I don't say anything about who I'm creating it for or the age level. I have put all of that already in this project and you don't see that. So I already told ChatGPT, like, this is for graduate students. And it actually has a record of all the kind of projects that you have, the rubrics that I've created in the past. I tell it when I don't want something, when I want something better. Um, and and I change things and I'll that if I change something, I'll say, this is how I change it. So in any case, so I copied and pasted basically that whole page, this page right here, right? That's what I copied and pasted into this. All right. Then you can see what it came up with. It came up with project reflective assessment, why this project matters, project overview, what you will submit. But that's because I told it in the past, that's what I wanted, like a project overview and that kind of thing. You'll see that it looks a little bit different than what I had, but it has basics of everything that's in there. Because I told it that I wanted these different things and the goal. But here's this whole analysis section I didn't want to put on the front page. And so this is what it was. And you can see that I changed it quite a bit. But then I said, please do not write back because I don't want to write back to me, but I wanted to share how I was revising the first page. So I wrote how I revise it. So you see that in here, the overview page. This is how I actually revised it. Okay. And what I did is I changed the direction slightly, not tons, but some. I did obviously like the flat face because I didn't like how large it was at different places. I took out some of the lines. Other places you'll see I added lines. I rearranged this aspect. I linked it over to analysis and I put up the analysis into another tab because I felt like it was way too much information on one page. I looked at the designing for reflective assessment and the process, and I decided to call this something different. I can't remember what I called it here. Let's look. You create, okay, what you will submit. Oh, process. Oh no, they have design your reflective set. Oh no, that's what I put into it. Oh wow, let me go back. That's what I showed it that I changed. So here they called it, designing your reflective assessment. And I change it to process designing your reflective assessment. But then you see, if you look, I kept some of the things, deleted some things. I put in the additional samples. Then what I did is I put at the analysis page. This I changed quite a bit because it didn't have anything about the intended audience. So I put that in there. And then I rearranged things because I didn't like the way they had stuff. Like they had, I think the rationale. This thing was up in the beginning and I like that, but then I didn't because I thought you really should focus on the assessment tool first. I changed really the order of different things. And then I decided to come up with headings like I wanted explanations and connection to learning because I thought it was good to think about these in two different ways. And the AI use is kind of what I used in the past. So I wanted to keep that similar because I thought it's really helpful if it's similar for you. And let me see. Okay, that's one thing. So that's how I changed it. And then I obviously, like I said, I put it into ChatGPT so I could say, okay, just so you know, this is how I changed it. So it was aware of what I did. And you can see it finally gives me a thumbs up at the end. Then I said something, now please create the assessment tool. I told it what the heading levels that I wanted. By the way, I created these heading levels in another version of the chat. So it knew what I wanted as heading levels. And yes, I like little icons. So I told it in the past, by the way, please give me icons for the different things. And then I changed them as well. And I added this analysis part because I wanted that to be a part of it. And so that they could take that into account when it was creating the assessment. So then it came up with this. Okay. And you'll see that some of it is similar, some of it is a little bit different. So the first thing that you'll see in here is this order on the left is different than the order that I have, and it doesn't have anything highlighted. The biggest thing you'll see actually is in the emerging. I try to use more asset-based language than it gives me, and I'm going to have to train it to do that. Like I want it to, to be more asset-based. So I'm going to go back to the rubric now and show you what I did. So in the assessment, you'll see here, of course, I try to bold some of the key words that I want. I changed the icons, I think, of some. I moved this item. This was at the bottom, and I moved it to the top. And you'll see that I broke up some things. Also, what you'll see here, hold on. Okay, so notice that the assessment is incomplete. So that part, let me see. Okay, assessment is incomplete or unclear. So I just left the incomplete. I didn't need double. And then note, say instructions are difficult to follow or missing key elements. So I put in here, I changed that. Instructions are challenging to follow or missing key elements. So things are missing. The assessment tool is minimal and requires in-person explanation. So that's something I was thinking about with online instruction. Like, if you're in person, you can really talk about anything, but if you're online, it's a little bit harder. So I try to think of what it needs rather than what it's lacking, if that makes sense. Explanation is incomplete for the intended audience. So that would be the letter. Let's see. Analysis incomplete. I like the word incomplete because it tells me that I could do more, right? And needs clarity. So it tells me what I need in there. Several required prompts need to be addressed. So again, hopefully it's making the learner think about how we can improve. Connection to the course concepts are needed. So it tells me what I need, not just what it's lacking. Deeper reflection is needed to get a deeper purpose of the assignment, or sounds like AI. Because really, I guess I should make this like this. I know it's not great sentences, but I guess that is one sentence. And I capitalize the or because I want that to stand out. Although it looks kind of funny like that, I'm not sure. So anyway, I hope that makes sense to you. In this way, obviously, if you look at the analysis and you think of how AI was used, you can think about, I use the AI really for brainstorming a little bit, like in the beginning. Actually, you didn't see that part, but also creating ideas. And also some organizing, but I actually wound up organizing more of things. I actually did not use it for editing very much, but it was a think partner for me for sure. But it didn't replace, of course, anything I did. It just really enhanced it. And I still spent, I don't know, I think like, I don't know, at least 2 hours on this. At least 2 hours. So even though I used AI, I had the assignment to begin with, and it still took me 2 hours. That's what I wanted to let you know, that hopefully it made it more complete for you. So I'd check out these steps, but the AI didn't replace my thought. So I hope that's helpful to you to think about the way that I used AI for this. Thanks.